Obituaries, a presentation of Curtis & Son Funeral Home, 256-245-4361. Curtis & Son Funeral Home, Sylacauga, Childersburg. Your Dignity Memorial Funeral Home for burials and cremations is Curtis & Son Funeral Home, Sylacauga, Childersburg. Funeral service for Jane Elizabeth Shearling, age 66 of Sylacauga, is today at 2 p.m. from Curtis & Son North, with the Reverend William Rayfield officiating. Burial in the Tallahatchie Cemetery. Mrs. Shearling died July the 18th at Coosa Valley Medical Center. Online condolences at CurtisandSonFH.com. Curtis & Son Funeral Home, North Chapel, directing. Funeral service for Mary Catherine Isabel, age 73 of Vincent, will be today at 2 p.m. from the Vincent Revival Center, with the Reverend Jason Allums officiating. Burial in the Vincent Cemetery. Mrs. Isabel died July 18th at Coosa Valley Medical Center. Visitation at the church today from noon until 2 p.m., with the service following at 2. Online condolences at CurtisandSonFH.com. Curtis & Son Funeral Home, North Chapel, directing. Funeral service for Nellie Mildred Barnett, age 83 of Childersburg, is today at 2 o'clock from the Chapel of Radley Smith Funeral Home, with the Reverend Clarence Denny officiating. Burial in the Kahatchee Cemetery. Mrs. Barnett died Monday, July 18th at Coosa Valley Medical Center. Memorial messages can be sent to the family at radleysmith.com. Radley Smith Funeral Home, directing. Funeral service for Louis C. Stearns, age 65, is today at 1 p.m. from Reach of the World Bible Church in Sylacauga, with burial in the Evergreen Memorial Cemetery. The body will lie in state at the church 1 hour prior to the service. Mr. Stearns died July the 14th. Community Funeral Home, Sylacauga, directing. Funeral service for Steve Lawrence Adams will be this morning at 11 o'clock from Rocky Mount Baptist Church, with the Reverend Johnny McKinney officiating. Interment in the Oak Hill Cemetery in Talladega. The body will lie in state at the church 1 hour prior to the service. Online condolences at terrysmortuary.com. Terry's Metropolitan Mortuary, directing. Mrs. Chrissy Garrett, age 33, died July 18th at her residence. Funeral arrangements to be announced by Community Funeral Home. Funeral service for Evelyn Virginia Foshie Watts will be Saturday at 1 p.m. from Montford Church of Christ. Brother Shane Clark and Richard O'Connor officiating. Burial in the Hillcrest Cemetery. The family receiving friends Friday 5 till 8 at Ursery Funeral Home in Talladega. Mrs. Watts died in an automobile accident on Saturday. She was a native of Munford and a pillar of her community. She was a longtime member of the Munford Church of Christ. She retired from Munford High School, where she spent over 30 years serving students in the lunchroom. Online condolences at urseryfuneralhome.com. Ursery Funeral Home in Talladega, directing. Funeral arrangements for Mrs. Helen Fluker have been set. That service will be Thursday, July 21st, 2 p.m. from Highlands Missionary Baptist Church, with Pastor Alfred Williams officiating. Interment in the Highlands Missionary Baptist Church Cemetery. Public viewing tonight, 6 until 8, at Zion Memorial Funeral Home in Sylacauga. Zion Memorial Funeral Home, directing that service. That is a look at obituaries this morning, brought to you by Curtis & Son Funeral Home, the North Chapel on Highway 21 in Sylacauga, and the Childersburg Chapel on Highway 280 in Childersburg. Your Dignity Memorial Funeral Home for burials and cremations. That's Curtis & Son Funeral Home, Sylacauga, Childersburg.